Hey everyone. Figured I'd answer my own reality question and also respond to 1938 Superman while doing this. In response to my own question, is YouTube producing reality? Are the things on YouTube part of a real world? Part of the real, real world? And I think yes. My opinion on reality in general is that I don't know if there is an objective reality because my reality is completely subjective. My reality is made up of the perceptions through my senses, through what I see, through what I hear, through what I touch, through what I smell, and then those all put together. The way I form my reality is my opinions of those collective things. I'm not sure if there is, beyond people's opinions and perceptions of what's out there, what's in here, I'm not sure if there really is an objective reality. This could go into religious topics, which for the time being, I'm not going to touch, but you can. But yeah, like for example, this light that's next to my computer from it is emanating light. I am perceiving light, bright. But the perception part of your brain is right back here, right in the very back. And that's the part that's perceiving light. However, your brain is completely enclosed. There is no light touching your brain whatsoever. The only reason your brain thinks there's light is because of what you perceive with your eyes. So this could go into existential conversations of whether there really is light, whether there really is share, but I know there's light because I can see it, I can feel the heat, because of my senses. But beyond that, that's really the only way I'm perceiving it. Going back onto YouTube, are we producing reality? I think we define reality. I think going off that, there's two ways to look at reality. There's the top-down approach, which is you define what reality is, and then you try to put things into that definition. And then there's the bottom-up approach, which is when you take things and you put them together to define reality. And kind of like a collage or one of those brainstorming kind of maps. Like these things define reality rather than reality defines these things. And I think we are producing reality, and even in all the fakeness and fronting, even in that you can see reality in the way people respond to it. And I think when people script things, everything is influenced by what has happened to them, some element of reality. And but I think the main question is authenticity. Maybe it's not really reality what we're looking at, but more authenticity. And people seem to appreciate more what they would expect to see in real life. Like I'd be considered authentic if people perceive me to be on camera the way I am in real life. And I think I used to be a little bit different on camera. I used to not really be comfortable with me having moments or pauses to collect my thoughts. What were your first vlogs like? And this question's open to anyone. Do you think you were really quite that authentic in your first vlogs? I was really concerned about how I was sitting, how I looked. Right now you see me in my stylish brown shirt that you've probably seen before, but I thought it would be appropriate for this one. Time is invention. But yeah, my first vlog, I was really concerned about how I looked. I was really concerned about how people perceive me, if people would think I was intelligent. I think I had perfectly blow-dried hair, and I find myself like responding first thing in the morning. Sometimes I am a bit done up because it's middle of the day, but I think I front as much as I do in real life as I probably do here. So if I'm not, I think this question can bleed into, sorry, I'm playing with something, as per usual. And, if someone accuses someone of fronting on YouTube, I almost don't really blame that person because, 1938 Superman was saying how he's comfortable with talking to this thing, this little camera, but some people aren't. It took me a really long time to be okay with just staring at this camera, and you'll see I still don't make eye contact with it very often, and right now I'm actively trying to. But I think, to me, the people that are seen as inauthentic seem to almost be like putting up a front where you can't really see the real them underneath. There are some people where I feel like I know them, and then there's some where I feel like I don't know them at all. Like, like they've scripted their own lives, and but you're only really I'm not really sure if I'm trying to, subconsciously, if I'm trying to put forth a certain image. Probably. Are you guys trying to put forth a certain image of yourself? Is there a certain way that you would hope that YouTubers would see you? Is there anything that you actively do to enforce that image? I've actively worn this shirt because I think it says something cool. And maybe somehow I want you guys to think I'm cool for wearing this shirt. I think I'm cool for wearing this shirt. But, yeah. When I asked that reality question, it really got me thinking. And there are various theorists that I found while doing my lit review. Surprisingly, I found something doing a lit review while drinking a beer and eating ramen. But, like Clifford Geertz, he has this idea of faction. And the way I interpret this, correct me if I'm wrong, is that there is still an element of truth in fiction. That creative writing, or in this case, video creation, anyhow, creative performance or something like that still has an element of truth of the human condition. There's this other theorist, oh, my stomach's growling. There's this other theorist, I'm not too familiar with him. He was, I think he was in the 1770s, was his heyday. Vico? Don't really know how to say his last name because I've never asked him because he's dead. But he's the one who said reality is a social construct. And Dr. West was saying also, reality is a social construct and reality is a social construct. Like the definition of reality itself was written by humans. So sometimes I wonder, what time and space have to do with this, because this is kind of almost like a little vortex. Is the internet a place? Is it a space? Or is the space here? Where I'm sitting, and I'm just requesting information from a screen and receiving it. I think the internet has places. I meet people in chat rooms. They're not here with me, but I meet them somewhere. So maybe that's part of the equation of whether this is all reality or not. It's because it's somewhat timeless and somewhat spaceless. I think we have to now with Web 2.0, how interactive the web is and how user generated it's becoming. I think we do have to reconsider what reality is, what authenticity is, what time and space really are. Really all time is a construction that, people made to keep track of, one, keep track of where they've been, two, keep track of where they're going, and, to track, to plan, to organize their lives around. And, I don't think, I don't know. Maybe, I could be completely wrong on that because everything else kind of works